My friends here in the Western Pacific, it is currently the morning of the 10th of December 2022, and we have a tropical depression, or at least a minor tropical depression, according to the Japan Meteorological Agency off the east coast of the Philippines. Pagasa is calling it currently a low pressure area, but it's really just nomenclature at this point. The key thing is that this is going to continue to bring increased rainfall for mainly southern Luzon and northern areas of Visayas, and you can see just that overall circulation wrapped up in here within the shear line. JMA does have that pressure though at 1002 hectopascals as it moves slowly off here towards the north and west. Heavy rainfall warnings also have been issued for eastern areas of Visayas and southern Luzon. Taking a closer look at our satellite picture though, you can see some decent banding wrapping in around the northern periphery of that center of circulation. So maybe this isn't a tropical depression according to Pagasa, but I don't want you to let your guards down because some of these bands could continue to usher in some pretty decent pockets of heavy rainfall. Also, it is continuing to interact with the shear line. That is that cool northerly winds pushing in from the north out of eastern areas of China. And as it does so, it really just continues to squeeze up this area of low pressure and elongate it out, pushing some of those showers there for southern Luzon, northern areas of Visayas, and wrapping up that low as it pulls towards the north with some windy conditions, gale force conditions, in fact, for northern areas of Luzon as we go ahead to Sunday night over towards Monday. But hopefully, conditions will be improving, especially for southern Luzon, including Legazpi over towards Mindoro, by Sunday evening. So Saturday into Sunday morning, that's when you're really going to continue to see the heaviest of this precipitation. And you can really see what I'm talking about here when we take a look at the overall rainfall accumulation through Monday and just where that heaviest of that precip is and how it gets stretched out thanks to that shear line and that cool air coming in from the north butting up against it. Just think, just kind of squeezing it here, squeezing it out, that moisture, and overall not really seeing terrible organization out of this. That's actually what I want to show here. These are the mid to upper level winds, and I've been asked this probably about 12 times in the last 12 hours, one for every hour. Will this become a typhoon? And if you watched any of my updates over the past week, we've been tracking this area since it was well back here towards the south of Guam, then moved off towards the west. We've been saying this could become a tropical depression, which it has, at least according to JMA, maybe not Pagasa, but JMA. Not quite to tropical storm status. That would completely surprise me because of the shear. Got the subtropical jet right there. Winds just different aloft. That's a lot of speed shear in here. Thus, that's why it's called a shear line. It's this line of conflicting winds from the north and from the south, and it sets up that interaction. So it's more of a dynamic westerly setup here. But with that said, maybe we're not going to get a tropical storm, so you are not going to see those signal force warnings. Heavy rainfall warnings do still remain in place. So flooding is very well possible. The forecast hasn't changed at all. Do expect these showers to continue through Sunday night into Monday morning before they gradually improve, but we're still going to see some of that stratiform type conditions with passing areas of precip, especially for northern areas of the Philippines as this lifts towards the north. But you can really see that shear line and our low lifting towards the north with those windy conditions still impacting Okinawa through northern areas of Taiwan as we go ahead through the mid and latter part of the upcoming week. Northern Taiwan, definitely going to see Taipei seeing some blustery conditions. In fact, take a look at these waves here. That's indicating upwards of 3 to 6 meters high waves there in the Batanes Islands and northern areas of Luzon, including around Cagayan, through this upcoming weekend into early part of next week. Rough conditions out there for you guys. Anyways, that's all for today. If you guys got any questions or anything like that, let me know. Big thanks for everybody on Patreon who supports this channel. You make these updates possible. I continue to do them for you guys. Everybody here that says these are helpful. These are everybody who donate $6 to $10 a month. I can't thank you enough. This is the third time I have recorded this update. The first time, none of my audio worked. The second time I uploaded it and somebody pointed out that it wasn't working right. It's because it was going in and out. Hopefully it works this time. If you watched this far and you haven't noticed anything, then great. But anyways, you guys on Patreon, the reason why I put up with doing this 3 times. I said I would provide a product for you. You have been supporting the channel. I want to make sure I put something out, especially when we do have a tropical system to monitor. Anyways, that's a look at the forecast today. A little bit of rain out there for Manila as well. Then things will start to clear out. For Okinawa, I just want to touch in on you guys. Talking about that cold surge. Some cooler northerly winds continuing to dominate your forecast through the mid part of this week. Stay safe out there. And as always, thanks for watching.